Did you know your shoes, clothes, and living items might be getting higher and expensive, not because of inflation, but US tariffs? So who is really paying these tariffs? Hello guys, I'm your old friend Bruce. Today's video, I'm going to talk about the reciprocal tariffs. I believe you do have a lot of questions need an answer. So let us review the reciprocal tariffs through this video. Question number 1. So here are several questions we have to figure out. What is the reciprocal tariffs? Why the Trump administration imposed the reciprocal tariffs? So what impact do the reciprocal tariffs on American people and business owners? So question number 1. What is the reciprocal tariffs? So reciprocal tariffs is intended to protect the American business owners and job opportunities because there's huge trade deficit between China and the US. What is the trade deficit? For example, every year US imports $300 billion goods from China, but China only imports $100 billion goods from the US, which will cause the trade deficit. Yes. Because there's a trade deficit, which led to American business owners, manufacturers generate a low efficiency and cannot generate more job opportunities. That's the reason why the Trump claimed they will make the America great again. This is the main reason. As I just mentioned, China exports 300 billion goods, $300 billion goods to the US, which means China will have millions of manufacturers and factories, business owners, and supply chain will generate more value than American business owners and American enterprises, because China exports 3 times more than it imported. I believe you get it. So question number 2, why the Trump administration imposed the reciprocal tariffs? Yeah. Because the trade deficit. Because the Trump administration wants more enterprises who has the branches, corporates, established, registered overseas beside of United States. Trump administration wants them to return back to America so they can build more business here locally and they can hire more people locally. Yes. And one thing is that Trump administration claim so many Chinese agency and Chinese government and Chinese businesses rob the intellectual property and high technologies. That's the reason Trump administration why impose the reciprocal tariffs. Question number 3. What impact do the reciprocal tariffs have on world economy, supply chain, American people, American business owners? So firstly, let us talk about American people and American business. Definitely, once the American government, Trump administration imposed the reciprocal tariffs, which will lead imported goods goes higher. Yeah, for example, we buy iPhone case. When an enterprise import an iPhone case from China, previous cost is $10, but now it has 100% tariffs added more to the case, which means an iPhone case, its cost goes up to $20. What is the retail price of an iPhone case now? So I just bought an iPhone case from Apple Store. I spent $50 and $60. Yes. But this is an example I demonstrated in this video. Definitely, and definitely our shoes, clothes, and living items, electronics, and housing items, furnitures, even gas, everything will goes higher. Everything will goes higher. Because once the American government and Trump administration imposed reciprocal tariffs, other countries also imposed the retaliatory tariffs, fight back to the US. Not only Trump administration and American government imposed US tariffs, but also other countries do the same thing as well. Yeah, for example, now there's generating huge impact on the American agricultural exporter. Yes, every year China imports 100 trillion tons soybeans and the other agricultural origins from the United States. But now they transferred order to the Southern America, like Brazil. Yes, probably you have heard the news that China just made an order to the Brazil exporters for the order almost 50 trillion tons. But it will have the huge impact on American people, on American business. But finally, it will save American government. It will save American government. It will save American people and American business. But it has the negative impact on American people, on American business itself. Yes. So the reciprocal tariffs and tariffs on Chinese goods or other countries' goods, it has a huge impact. It will change the era of world economy. So let me make it simple. Do you know the real reason? Why the American government and Trump administration imposed reciprocal tariffs? By the way, this is not only one time or third time American government and Trump administration imposed American tariffs. So let us go back to the year 2018. So 2018, American government and Trump administration imposed tariffs on Chinese imported goods under the constitutional law issued 1971 Policy 301. So Trump administration started to impose the tariffs on Chinese imported goods on July 2018 for 30 billion US dollar goods, and August another 18 billion US goods, and then finally September 200 billion US dollars Chinese goods were asked for the tariffs. So tariffs start from 25% up to the 35%. Yes. Another tariffs was issued 2019. 2019, Trump administration also asked tariffs on Chinese goods for the value over 300 billion US dollar. Yes, unbelievable. But finally, China and the US had a meeting on 2020, they had a great meeting for the trade war. Yes. But the most important thing is that American government and Trump administration imposed reciprocal tariffs, not because only a treaty said it, but also the American government did. Probably you don't know, American government owns over 30 trillion US dollar debt. Yes, for almost 20 countries around the world. So China also owns the debt I mean, China has the ownership of the American debt. Yes. But we don't know the real reason why American government has so many debt. But truth is that American government has to pay almost 2 trillion US dollar interest for the 30 trillion debt. 2 trillion US dollar, even more than a country's GDP. Unbelievable. So no matter the tax so higher in California or even in our states, every year American government asks individual tax or goods tax or even other tax from corporates. But every year they have to pay 2 trillion US dollar interest for the fucking debt. This is unbelievable. So the Trump administration don't want to pay for the interest because the interest is so higher. So the Trump administration had to make some actions, like asking reciprocal tariffs. And result will be making other countries' currencies goes up and American dollars drop down. This is Trump administration wanted. Yes, because once other currencies goes up, American dollars down, and US government don't have to pay so many interest or even delay for paying the interest, even the debt. This is really important. This is really important. And narrow things down to one is that Trump did the right thing. Trump did the right thing by asking more tariffs, even reciprocal tariffs. It has cons and cons. It has pros and cons. It has shortcomings and advantages. Shortcoming is that in a shorter period of time, it will jeopardize American people's the cost of living. During the short period of time, for example, half a year, 1 year, or 2 years. But in the long term, it will return to a fair trade between China and the US, even other countries. Thank you guys. I believe this video will help you to have a clear understanding about reciprocal tariffs. And I believe Trump administration did the right thing, whether you believe or not. And take care of yourself. Please buy more eggs from Walmart. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe my channel, Learning Chinese. Thank you.